We'll start soon. Hello all. So let me stop the music. Hi all. So so my name is 𝐏𝐚𝐫𝐿𝐴 Vishwas and I will be your trainer. I'm a full stack JavaScript developer. And good morning all. So this is me live. It's a bit cold here in the north, so I'm currently situated in Bhopal, so it's a bit cold here, so that's why bear with me with the outfit and all. Okay, so we'll start soon, means just to tell hi to you all, and let's let some more people also join, and then we are going to start. And I'm live on YouTube also, so those who want to see, they can see on YouTube also. And in the next maybe in the next 30-40 minutes I will give no voice. Okay, let me ask something. Am I audible? Okay, please tell me, am I audible? It's okay. Am I audible? Okay, so there is a bit of weird thing in Zoom. See, you have to see something is there in Zoom, means you have to change your audio functionality and all, so then to be visual. Let me drink my coffee. Okay, so there are 30 participants. Okay, let's wait for some more time. And this, okay, start in some time. Okay, thanks. Okay, so one more thing, I'll give the attendance in some time, maybe in another 15-20 minutes. In the meanwhile, please do one thing, means if you can watch it on YouTube also, and please do subscribe to my channel if you have not done yet. So please do subscribe, and please subscribe if you're not yet done, and please also try to watch it on the YouTube. And I generally give the participation link, means participant, you have to fill a Google form and try to give your LinkedIn profile also, because I will tell the reason to give your LinkedIn profile. And main thing is that LinkedIn profile and email ID you will get your certificate, participation certificate. And one thing I want to tell from the beginning only, there will be 2 attendance. See what happens, a lot of people join at the start and they ran away in half of the time, so they don't attend the complete thing, and it will not benefit anyone if you don't attend the complete thing. So you should know, means what is the benefit of web development. See, right now I was talking in a group, in which a lot of people of you here are from a group. So she was a BCom graduate, so they should attend the complete thing, so then only they will know that this web development is for them or not. One of the main audience for this thing is the people who are from non-IT background. So it is generally very difficult for people from non-IT background to come into IT, and yeah, so it is very difficult for people from non-IT background, as I was telling, to come to IT. And sometimes they feel JavaScript a bit tougher, because I am now a full-time trainer, and I have my batches also are there, and plus I will tell how to do everything for free. If you want to do, means I run month-long workshops on my YouTube channel also. So this month is almost completed, and React.js, and I will tell you what should be the next step you should take. Okay, I will tell you both the steps. Okay, you should take, if you want to do everything, means for free and all, and I'm going to give you, means such a nice platform that you can do everything for free also. And if you are committed enough, I can even allow you to come to my main workshop, 1.5-month workshop. So that is there, but I teach through YouTube also. See, one thing, a lot of people might think that it is not enough to learn in 3 hours. Yeah, it is not enough to learn web development in 3 hours. Is not enough to learn web development. So I will go a bit fast. The thing which I will teach very well is HTML, because HTML is more than enough to learn in 1 hour. HTML doesn't require much things, so HTML is more than enough to learn in 1 hour. And after that, CSS and JavaScript, I'll go a bit faster, because you cannot learn it in 1 hour. It takes around more than 14-15 hours to learn CSS and JavaScript, and for that reason only I take week-long CSS and JavaScript workshops on my channel at 8:30 p.m. IST every day, Monday to Friday. So for this month it is already done, because it starts from the 1st of every month and goes till the next 3 weeks. So I do CSS, then I do Java CSS, then JavaScript including ES6, then React.js, and then after the last week I do anything. Previous time I did Redux, and this Monday is the 4th week of the month. So 4th week, what I am going to do, I am going to do your Angular this time. So next time I am thinking to do React, your Node.js, and after that the next time I'm going to do Vue.js. So the 4th week is like an optional thing, because okay, so I think more than enough people have already come, and please do subscribe to my channel if you are not done yet. Okay, and we will start, and let's start. Let me share my screen. So okay, so, and this is going live on my YouTube channel, so if you miss something or if you can go through it again, and you can always go through it again, and on my YouTube channel it will be there, because I will not be I will be discarding this recording also, because I have a lot of recordings and all. So this will be discarded, but the whole thing will be available for in my YouTube channel. The workshop is 3 hours, but mostly it runs for 2.5 to 2.5 hours, or maybe sometime even a bit more, 2.5 hours. Okay, so that is there. Let's me start. Okay, so let's get started. And those who don't know me, this is about me, so you should know who am I. So this is me, and this is me. I have worked in the corporate for more than 16 years, still a web developer. So I have my last profession was an associate architect. So associate architect is like a big position and a completely technical background, and I used to handle a team of 10 front-end developers. Okay, so it is like that. So I was an associate architect in a Bangalore based company. Right now I am in my hometown of Bhopal. This is about me. I have also launched 5 book. I'm also technical author, so there are 5 books which are published by top technical company known as A Press. You can search them on Amazon also. Okay, so those are there. And regarding me, I have 16 years of experience. I have worked in almost all big companies also, like JP Morgan and all those things. But September I become a full-time trainer, because that's what my passion is, and I want to train as much as people as possible, because when I see someone getting such a low salary, it's really hard. And I was doing part-time training for some time, but right now I'm a full-time trainer, YouTuber, and whatever you can say. So those things are there. 2004 from RGPV I have passed out, and since then I have worked in a lot of companies. Okay, so this is about me, and someone was telling something, so let us see what someone is telling. Okay, how long you can sit? That's long. Okay, no problem. But that's what it needs to be developer. I'm coding 2 hours for the past 10 years. Development is very tough actually. It's very tough. So those who cannot do means sit for this long means you have to sit your whole life if you want to become a developer. That's the problem. Okay, so that is there. And why someone is asking Windows 10 and 11, because I'm a Windows 11, I'm using anything which suits you better. Okay, so that is there. Someone is asking, it's too long. Okay, it's okay. It's require a lot of passion. That's why you earn the most in the world and you have a fully fireproof career. When you're a developer, your career is completely fireproof. You don't need to think about anything. I don't think about anything. I didn't think about anything before leaving my high paying job in Bangalore. It doesn't even matter. I can means there are a lot of ways you can earn a living. If you are a developer, you are passionate about it, there is a lot of ways, so it doesn't matter. And as I've told, I will give the attendance in another 15 minutes. Can you send me recorder video? Okay, so it is going live on my YouTube channel also. You'll find it on my YouTube channel. It is going live on my YouTube channel, and you will mark this thing out. And so this is on Zoom also, and on my YouTube channel also it is going live. So you mark this link. And so I will not answer much question regarding this. And what is the position we get as a fresher? You get as a fresher as an intern position you'll get as a fresher. So this is a training session. So I will, maybe most of you are connected with me on the WhatsApp group also, so you can ask me question there, or I generally do a one-to-one also for people who need some advice on the career. So maybe I can do those at that time. So career related question also I take on Friday evening 6:30 p.m. IST. I go live on my YouTube channel, and then I take career related questions also on my YouTube channel. So that is there. And we'll start in another 5 minutes. And I will also give the attendance in 5 minutes. So there will be 2 attendance. Okay, let me tell that also, so that people don't, because we are completely registered company, so it is very difficult to give some fake these certificates and all, because government monitors us all. So I don't want to give it like to everyone. There will be 2 attendance, and you need to give them both. There will be 2 attendance. Okay, so like this, there will be 2 attendance, and you people need to give them both. And don't see much people registered. Okay, no problem. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so before even starting, I will tell one thing. So to be a developer, it is not that much easy. There you need to do 3 things to be a developer. So let me tell those things, and then we'll start with the HTML part and all, which some people are asking to start. So we'll start soon. Okay, 5 minutes we'll start. Okay, so you need to do 3 things to be a developer. There are 3 secrets, and they're actually very tough to do. Okay, so one thing is that you need to do a bit of networking, not a bit, a lot of networking. If you go to my LinkedIn, you'll see that how many subscribers I have. I have around 18,000 followers. Or if you go to my connections, I have 18,360 connections I have. So this is the connection. Because of this, I got lot of opportunities in my life. Because of this, I'm connected to almost every big company in Bangalore, every big CEO, every big HR, every students, and a lot of people like that I'm connected. So this is what gives me a lot of opportunity, and this is what you have to do. You have to build a lot of connection to be a developer, especially if you are from a non-IT background. And this is what I teach my students also. If you have to do a lot of networking where you have to do networking on LinkedIn, you have to do networking on Twitter, you have to do on Instagram, and you have to do on Facebook groups, and see all these things. You can just waste your time also, especially in Instagram. But Twitter and LinkedIn are mainly for educational content only. In Twitter, all the US people are there, US developers are there. So if you follow them on Twitter, it will be very good. But what I say, this LinkedIn is much better for Indian perspective. And you means nowadays someone was asking me that day only, sir, I am a third year, I am not getting anything on Naukri. So Naukri is a past. Naukri.com is a past. Nobody is there in Naukri. Even I was working in a big company. There also the HR also sits in LinkedIn only, and they see your portfolio, they see what projects you have worked. You have to send your projects, what projects you are doing on LinkedIn, then only you will get a job. Okay, and then there are Facebook groups like React.js Facebook group, JavaScript Facebook group, web development Facebook groups, all those things are there. And Instagram is like, there are very good influencers and all web developers. You need to follow them, you need to chat with them and all those things. You need to showcase your talent there. So nowadays there is something known as coding in public. That is known as code in public is there. Okay, so code in public is there. That is very important. If you code in public only, then only you will get a job, especially from a non-IT background. You will get a job only when you code in public. You make some, you might have seen in LinkedIn that people tell that they have made this projects and this projects and all. Those are the people who gets the job. Those are the people who get those internship. And there is another good side, Internshala also. Those who don't know, means I have just recently talked with someone. A lot of people don't know about Internshala. You should know about Internshala. If you are fresher, you should know about Internshala. And that is the best place to get a job also, Internshala. Okay, so that is there. Then, okay, someone is asking. Yeah, 3 to 6. Okay, so. Okay, so you have to take some daily actions, code 2 hours. So I have 16 years experience, but the past 10 years I am daily coding for more than 1 hour. So that is what you need to do. Someone was telling that sitting here for 3 hours is see, developers get like those crazy salaries. Like yesterday also someone is telling a blockchain developer gets 75 lakhs of salary. How can a blockchain developer get a 75 lakhs of salary? 75 lakhs of salary is way too much. A front-end developer in a FANG company gets 50 lakhs of salary. A fresher, a React.js fresher gets 25,000 per month internship. A 6-month experienced React.js developer gets around 50,000 rupees per month. A 2 years React.js developer gets more than 10 lakh package. Even a fresher with a locked up, I know a person who is in third year of college engineering, and he got an offer for an internship in an Indore based company. So I am from Bhopal, so he got an, not even from Bangalore. See, if an Indore based company give him an offer of 10 lakh package because he knows React.js. Everything boils down to React.js, developing web apps and those are the things which matter. Okay, so then the challenges, you need to do some challenges. So even if you don't follow me or do anything like that, so it doesn't matter. You have to do all these things, and you can learn from anywhere. I will also give you a playlist. You can learn from there also, but you need to do these things to move forward in your life. So the people who do these things, they only get those packages and all. Nowadays degree doesn't matter. Someone on that day only was telling me, some student, that nowadays in tier 3 colleges they're asking people to come and join their engineering course, and they will pay you money. You don't have to pay money, they will pay you money. Tier 3 colleges, I like that, because they get some grants from government and all, so they will pay you money to do engineering. Okay, so that is the situation right now. And then you have to do some challenges. There are 2 very good challenges, like 100 days of code and 100 days of 100 project. I have recently done this 100 days of code to motivate my students. So this is a very popular coding challenge, and you can find it on Twitter and all. And this is one of the toughest challenge. You have to code daily for 100 days, as simple as that. And it is next to impossible to code daily for 100 days. In India, there are 100 things which comes for 100 people, and you have to code daily something substantial for 100 days. And you have to they have a hashtag. So I think most of you know hashtag. What is hashtag? Twitter hashtag. And you have to post in that Twitter hashtag. Even one day you cannot miss. One day you miss, you start from zero. So that's why it is known as the toughest challenge in the world, not in India, in the world, the toughest challenge in the world. And if you do this, there is 110% surety you will get a job. 100 days, totally 100 days you have to commit. 100 days you have to do something substantial, not like writing some hello world or something. Daily you have to do. So this 100 days of code is very important. And now a lot of people will ask, now I get a lot of question that sir, should I learn Python, Java and all those things? No, you don't learn anything. You learn only this thing. which is web development, nothing else, just web development, just learn web development. Don't go for Python, Java, nothing. There someone was telling me that they have final year of engineering, they are from Bhopal only, and they've done course in Python. You'll not get a job. You do course in Python. Python is used in the backend for Django and something, and machine learning is also used. Because machine learning there are no jobs. Okay, this is just a fake hype that machine learning is there. I am from the industry. Just go search out in some startup, the jobs are in which thing. The jobs are there only in React.js. So what is React.js? So React.js is HTML, CSS, JavaScript you have to learn, and then you have to learn React.js, which is a framework of JavaScript. Don't go for anything else, Angular, Node, or anything. First learn these 4 things, then go ahead. And if you are stuck and if you cannot learn these things, sometimes people find this thing very difficult, the JavaScript and React. Sometimes a lot of people are there who find this thing very easy, HTML, CSS. A lot of people talk to me like that. I am finding HTML, CSS very easy. I am not able to learn JavaScript and all. So that's become difficult, because what I'm telling is, even this site where I'm using ClickUp, it is created using React. So this is not a site. These are known as web apps. So web apps are different than sites. Web apps are created using React. So React and JavaScript. So simple sites are made with HTML, CSS. Not even with that nowadays. They're made with WordPress, something known as WordPress. And a little bit of HTML and CSS. Most normal sites are made nowadays with that only, WordPress, Wix, and all those things. So, and you are not paid that much. At most, I know the salary there also. At most, you will get 35,000 rupees after 5 to 6 years of experience. And as I've told you, an intern in React.js only gets 25,000 rupees in places like Bangalore and all. So you have to learn React.js. No other thing is that if you want to make web apps like Facebook and all those things, even some clones are there on my site also, on my YouTube channel also. So learn React.js. So that is about it. Okay. Yeah. Video recording is at it's good to choose pay after placement, PGMS, in the case of poor financial. So all this career question I will not answer right now. I know those things, PGMS, post graduation, and those things, and I don't believe in that. It's better why okay. So but this is a very good question. I know a lot of companies, they are doing those things, like you have to pay them their 2 years of salary and all those things after that, but I don't believe in that, because I also have opened a tech company, but it is not like I teach for free, or even I have those some boot camp. Okay, let me tell the price also. Those boot camps which I take, they are only 10,000 rupees. So I don't believe in that, like 10,000 rupees everybody have if they want to do. So I know a lot of things are like that. Someone was asking, this is a very good question. So that what they give the guarantee that they will give you a job and all, and they will give you, because there are so many jobs are there, they will give, but then you have to pay a part of your salary to them for the next 2 years, and that is like that is not good, and that is a lot of salary you have to pay. Around 10 to 15% of your salary you have to pay. Okay, those all things, please don't ask too many things, or we will not be able to start. How can I find internship question? End of the day. So why to give the end of the day, Ajit? Okay, class recordings at, why to give at end of the day? Class recordings at here. I will give you now only. So class recordings will be here, not the end of the day. Someone was asking class recordings at the end of the day. This is the class recording. Class recording will be there. Yeah. Okay, so now I will start the class, because a lot of people are asking a lot of other questions regarding the career questions. I am going to answer during you can ask me on the WhatsApp groups which you are there. You can ask the career question there. I'll give you a one-to-one access also, and other thing is that I do a Friday at 6:30 p.m. Okay, so we will better start the class also, and I will give the attendance. A lot of people have joined now, so let me give the attendance also. Let me okay. so don't ask too many questions right now. So the first attendance, it is so first so this is the first attendance. You all please mark it, and okay, all of you please do it. So the first attendance is there on the YouTube channel also, and here also I have given. Okay, so now we will going to, it's already start, so we'll get started with our HTML CSS. Okay, so HTML we will get started. So HTML stands for hypertext markup language, so we're going to start with this. HTML stands for hypertext markup language, and I will go a bit detailed here. HTML. Okay, so HTML is use the main building block of websites, and all you know, all this structure which you are seeing here, this ClickUp and all those things are coming from the HTML. Okay, so now what we are going to do, we are going to learn it through a thing known as VS Code. See, earlier what used to happen, people used to work in Notepad++ and all those things, people used to work, but nowadays no developer work on those Notepad++ and all those things, nobody works on that. So you have to download something known as VS Code. It's a lightweight editor. It's a lightweight editor, and you have to download this for Windows, for Mac, for Linux, everything it is there, and you have to download this, and we'll work on this because everybody, and it's totally free to use. This is totally free to use. You have to use it. Okay, and then we will open it, and I will show the most easy way to open it. Why? Because I can open it through command line also. Okay, command line also I can open, but I don't want to show the command line way to open it because a lot of people are here from different background, and it is means very really difficult. Means someone was pinging me the other day that they were even not able to open the VS Code. So I am using a Windows also. I think most of the people here are using Windows also. So I will, but I'm not going to tell how to download it. That I think most of you know. If you are going to become a developer, download it and install it, free to use. exe you will find here, and I'm using Windows 11. So Windows 10, this thing is there, only that much difference is there in Windows 10 and Windows 11. Okay, so then I will have to start the VS Code. Like this I will do. I will search VS Code here in the search bar, and I will open the VS Code, and this will open a new VS Code, and it's already a very big larger. And then I will open it through the File Explorer. Okay, File Explorer I'll open, and I'll show how to open it. Okay, so I will come here in my D drive. I have the workshop, and I have 25 December thing, and here, so we are going to start with HTML, and I will show how to create a new project from HTML from the scratch. So I have installed VS Code and open VS Code. It will open like this, VS Code, totally free to use. VS Code will open like this. Someone is asking something. There are no extension needed for HTML in VS Code. Nowadays VS Code comes with all the extension. I will tell about, there is only one extension needed, which I will tell. Okay, so it will open like this, and I have a folder. Then I will open a HTML basics, and then I will drag it here. Now I'll open it. Now the HTML basic, the folder will be created. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a index.html. So .html is very important. This is how the web pages are done. Index.html I'll do, and it will open this index.html. And now what I need to do, see, I can write the whole of the structure of the HTML like that, but I will explain it. But we are using VS Code because there are a lot of shortcuts in VS Code, and one of the shortcut is like this, not. I will give not, and either it will show me this thing. So then after that I will give the tab or the enter. So I will give the tab, and it will create all the HTML structure. It will create, okay, HTML structure it will create. So it will create like this, and it will like HTML basics. Okay, HTML basics I'll give, and hope it is visible. I'll make it a bit bigger, okay, so that it is visible on mobile screens also. If you, even if you're seeing from mobile, it is okay. Okay, so I don't have time right now to tell all the useful plugins. I can tell later on, but it's okay. I will tell one or two of them. Okay, so this is there, and what is this? this is the whole of the structure of HTML. It is quite too big. Okay, whole structure of HTML and let's understand what is this structure and what it just created. So this is a doc type HTML. So this means that this is HTML5. So HTML5 came in 2015. So this is about that. Then HTML comes in tags. So something is starting, it should end. It is starting like this, pointed bracket, and it is ending. So HTML is starting and ending. So it has got two children. So whatever is inside it, it is called children. So head and body are the two children. So head has got something known as meta and all, and title also is there. Okay, so meta and all, so they are something which we don't use that much. So they were used by Google crawlers and all. So when you deploy this site, yeah, you can deploy this site. You must have seen that GoDaddy ad and all. So you can directly deploy this site. HTML file you can directly deploy to GoDaddy. Don't ask how you can do it. So you can find it out, and HTML sites you can directly deploy. There is an issue with deploying React apps. It is not that much easy to deploy. So this is how all the meta tags are there, which are used by Google crawlers. You don't have to learn more about it, but Google keep learning about your site because of this and keep them there. No need to touch them or no need to understand much about it. Title is a very important thing. HTML basics will see where this title will come. Then I will have two tags right now, and those two tags I am going to explain later on, but let me have two tags first. So h1, see, you'll see everything will coming starting and ending like this, and here I will do HTML crash course, and I'll have a p tag, and here again a shortcut I'll use, which is a lorem shortcut is there, and I have to press a tab. So this lorem ipsum text will be there. Lorem ipsum text is a famous dummy text in the internet, so I will save this too. But now where to see this thing? Where does the end user see this? This is our first basic websites which we have created. So I'll go here. HTML basics is there, and this index of HTML is created here, and okay, so I want to open it in Chrome because this is the Chrome which is working right now. So I will come here and open with Google Chrome. This is not my default browser. Anyway, if you double click on it, it will open it in default browser. And see, this is the main thing which has been shown. So what is the main thing which has been shown? See, HTML basics. So what is this HTML basic? HTML basic is the title which I have written here. It is shown here, HTML basic. And this, whatever you type inside the body, this is the main thing which is shown in the HTML. So h1 HTML crash course is there, and then the paragraph tag is been shown. And the paragraph tag is been shown. Okay, so this is the paragraph tag which has been shown. Okay, so we will learn about both of them, see how to do this. HTML is nothing but learning about the different tags, what these tags do and all those things. It is about learning those things. Okay, so that is there. Again, somebody is asking something, let me reply back to them. Okay, yeah, I will tell live server. Okay, so as someone was, second attendance will be at the last. Someone is telling. Second attendance at 5:30 p.m. So 2 attendances are there for the participation certificate. Okay, second attendance at 5:30 p.m. Okay, someone was asking on YouTube that when is the second attendance? So second attendance at 5:30 p.m. Okay. And so this is there, and someone was telling about live server. That is a very good thing, live server. So why we want live server? Okay, why what is this live server? Why do we want it? So I have done this thing, and I will tell what is h1, what is this p tag and all, but you might have guessed something. So let me have another p and lorem maybe 20. Okay, let me give something, giving participation certificates. Okay, so if I save this thing, okay, I have already saved this thing, and if I come back here, see the second p is not there. It is not there. So why it is not there? So it is not there because I have to, if I change anything in HTML, I have to refresh it. If I refresh it, it will be there. So a developer generally does this thing. A developer, what the developer does, they do means something that it will auto refresh, and that is also known as hot reloading in React case. So that's the reason we have pretty good extension in VS Code, and I use some of them. Nowadays VS Code comes with a lot of extensions inbuilt. Okay, so inbuilt extensions are there, and we are going to use that. And so extensions, I have expanded, so it is showing like this. Extensions, I have to go, and here I have to search for live server, and this extension will come right click there, and you have to install it. Just install it, just click it and it will install. Maybe it will ask to restart VS Code, but that is done, that will be done. Okay, that will be done, and live server will be done. And okay, first attendance, someone was asking. Okay, first attendance is here. Okay, so this live server, you have to do it. So live server, install it. So what the benefit of it? And if I have came here, so someone was asking about okay, some of the extensions which I use. See, most of the extension nowadays are installed. This is React Insta auto rename tag is something which I installed. So make it an indent rainbow. This two are very good, and live server of course is the best. So live server will come. So what is the benefit? So when we do live server, what we have to do here, we have to right click and open with live server is there. So I have to do open with live server. So I'm doing open with live server, and it will open in my default browser. I don't want it to be open in my default browser, so I'll go to the live server here. Okay, so it creates the local server sort of thing, and it will give a very good thing. So this is created. Okay, now what will happen if I see, suppose if I delete this thing and save it, you have to save it, and it will auto refresh, auto reload. It will do an auto reload. So it is very good for developer to do this auto reload thing. So that's why live server is been used, and it is, you can use it. And that's why VS Code is also that much popular. So it got this nice little extensions and all these things it has got. Okay, so that is there. And now we will learn about the tags. So HTML is nothing about but learning about the tags, and we'll learn about the tags, a lot of tags, a lot of important tags. So I am going to teach out all the important tags. After that, you should not learn about much more tags. Okay, HTML, as I've told, I will teach everything in HTML, because the thing is that I take 1 week long CSS and 1 week long JavaScript and 1 week long React.js workshops on my channel, on my YouTube channel. That is not through Zoom, that is purely through the YouTube channel. Every month I take to help people become web app developer. So that is there. But the thing is that HTML I don't teach there, because HTML is very small. So we'll complete HTML today only, not tomorrow, not any other day. Okay, so that is there. And then we'll learn about tags. So all the different tags we'll learn. So I've already told about the HTML structure. So we'll learn about first the heading tag, or the H1 tags which we have just seen. Okay, so heading tags we'll learn. So here H1 and heading 1. So heading tags are 6 tags. Okay, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6. Heading 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 heading tags are there. Total 6 heading tags are there. So I have given them all, H1 to H6 I have given. Okay, so if I go back here, so everything will be hot reloaded. So it will be coming like the H1, H2. So all the sizes are different. So we cannot control much size from HTML. We'll see that in the CSS class. So H1 to H6 are like this. H1 to H6 are like this. It is connected like this. So it is going small. Actually, we don't use less than H4, because this is very small. This is actually very small. So with giving this H1 to H6, we can have something like this. Okay, so that is there. And someone is asking something. Okay, no, actually that's why please don't use Sublime Text. If you want to use something else, use Atom. But Atom is also from Microsoft, so it is not like Sublime Text. You don't have live server and all. So Atom is the replacement for VS Code, but Atom also I don't find that much good. It is very heavy actually, and actually it was made by GitHub, and GitHub is acquired by Microsoft, so it is also a Microsoft product, and Microsoft is heavy into VS Code, not into Atom. So Atom development is also not going in a correct way. Only use VS Code in today's scenario, not Sublime. Sublime is very light, I know, very light. It's much more lighter than VS Code. It doesn't have much more features like VS Code. Okay, so that is there. So Sublime is another lightweight editors. Okay, freely available. I have that also. So heading 1 to 6 is there. So these are the heading tags. Okay, and see, when the heading tags starts and ends like this. So this is like heading tag. And now what is there, I will come and I will show one thing. Heading I will do, and I'll tell you how to use comment. So this is, so backslash and slash I have to give, and that is the comment. This is the comment. So what is a comment? Control and backslash it will give comment, or you can manually type this also. So what are comments? Comments are something which are for the developers to see. So this is the end user won't see. So this is what us developer are seeing, and this is what the end user is seeing. So see the comment is not, the comments are for developer to add something in their code, so that when they come back they will know what is there. And in bigger projects you need comments, so that, because in one code only 10-15 developers are working. So in the project in which I was working, 20 front-end developers were working on one code only. Big web apps are like that. Okay, so heading is there, heading 1 to 6 is there, and then we'll learn about the next thing, which is the paragraph tag. So paragraph also I will first do a comment like this, and it is shown as green, so that it is not shown actually. And comment paragraph also we have seen. So P I will do, and lorem I will do, and again if I do another P and lorem 10 I will do. So it will be like this, one after the another. Okay, so one more thing which you might have guessed, seen, or that every tag is coming in a different line. Actually, when there was a lot of space here, there is a lot of space here, spaces were there. In fact, this h1 text could have fit in one line, and this paragraph is also coming in two different lines. So why it is this? It is like that because they are block level elements. So block level elements, so we have two type of tags. One is block level, one is inline. So inline also we will learn about the inline also soon. Inline tags, so they are block level tags, so they will come in different lines. Okay, so they will come in different lines. Inline tags are there. So now we are going to learn about another tag which is very important, which is known as links. Okay, so links we are going to learn about. Okay, so links or anchor tag, you might have seen in the website, those links are there, the small links are there. Okay, so those are there, those are known as links, and click on it, it will go to some other website. So those are known as links. So they are done by something known as an A tag, anchor or links they are known as. And I'll give learn web development. So this is something which will be shown, learn web development will be shown, and href is the link in which it will go. So it is like yahoo.com, gmail.com, or something like that it will be there. So I will give my blogging site here, so which is https and like this, the web dev. Save it, and now I'll go back. See, it has been shown. If you are coding along, you will see that this will be shown as blue, not as purple. And now this link is, and it has got something known as attribute. This part is known as attribute. Okay, this part is known as attribute. And if I come here and if I click here, see, it is opening in the same page. It is opening in the same, and this is by default my blocking site. A lot of blocks are there. Okay, so this is and I was telling I have also completed the 100 days of code. Okay, so this is, it will open in that page, on that page only, and which is not a very good thing, because it's you should always not take the developer away the user away from your site. You should not take the user away from your site. So it should open in a new tab. So that is the, by default, the behavior should be there. It is opening in a different tab. So we want to change that behavior. So how do we change that behavior? So I will give another anchor tag, and href I will give twd, and what link I should give? Yeah, I will give the link of the currently running thing. Okay, so currently running thing, I will give the YouTube watch, and target equal to, so I will take another parameter, target equal to underscore blank. I will give target equal to underscore blank I will give, and this is a very important thing, target equal to underscore blank. So this is another attribute which I have taken, and I will save it. And someone is asking something. Let me see what is asking. br. Why should I use br right now? Yeah, I will use sometime br break row. Br means break row. Okay, so that is okay. I'll use sometime br. I will tell what is br. Okay, so anchor tag I have used. So this target equal to blank I have done. So now you'll see one thing. Okay, there are two things which you need to see. First thing is that it has anchor tag. It has the second anchor tag is beside it. So this is known as anchor tags are inline tag. So they are inline tags. So it is opening one after the another. So they are inline tags. So this is block level tag. This is opening here, and the second one is opening in the next line. Paragraph tag is also block. See, first paragraph tag is here, second paragraph tag is here, but these are inline tags. Inline tags, it opens one after the another, not like that, not like the other way. So it opens one after the another. And I have given something known as target blank also. Target equal to underscore blank I have given. Why I have given this? Because it should open it in the next window, next tab, next window or next tab. So I will just click on it and it will open in the next tab, and it is opening that YouTube thing also, which is right now going on. So you can watch it on YouTube also, as I've told, and this is there. So it will open in a new tab. So this is two things about our statement. One is the anchor tag is an inline tag, and the another thing is that with target equal to underscore blank I can open it in a different tab. Okay, so these are two things. Okay, so now the next thing which we are going to learn are the list tags. Okay, list tags we are going to learn. List tags we are going to learn. Okay, so list tags are two types. One is unordered list and other is ordered list, and it is used like this. ul I'll do, and then li I'll do. Li and item 1. Okay, item 1, item 2, item 3, item 4, item 5, item 6. I'll do all these things, item 1 to item 6. I'll save it. Item 1 to item 6. And now if I go back here, see how it is coming. Item 1 to item 6, and these dots are coming. So these are known as list, and ul means unordered list, li means list item. So they have to go in this combination. Inside the ul you have to give the li. So there is something like ol also. Ol means ordered list, and ordered list it means, and it will have also the same thing. I'll give like this. I'll give the same things, li to l6. Okay, I'll save it. So ordered list will be like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 like this. And let me increase the number. So if I increase it to 7, a dot will increase here, and if I increase it like 7 here, it will increase it like this. Okay, 7 here, it will increase it like this. So these two are there. Okay, so these two will be done, and so they are like the unordered list, and ol means ordered list. So in HTML everything means something. A means anchor tag, ul means unordered list, li means list item, ol means order tag, h means header, h1 h2, p means paragraph tag. All these things are there. Okay, so like this, all these things are there. Okay, so we will spend most of our time now to do something known as form tags. Form tag have got a lot of things, and form tag is the most important tag in all of HTML. So it has got a bunch of tags. So we learn about the bunch of tags, and even there are some tags more than that, and I will give you a link from where you can learn about rest of them. They're not that much important, but you should know that they are there. Okay, so they are there, I will tell. And instead of blank, can we use self? The first time how to use bullets and self. I don't know this self thing. Let me check. Some people self. This is a new thing. Okay, that's good. Let me see what will happen with this self. Oh, self is nothing. No. We have to use that only. That is a keyword. Someone was asking this. No, that is a keyword. I'll search more about it. Okay, so how to get the bullet? Someone was asking how to get the bullet. Someone was asking. So the bullet, we got it from this. It was ul, so that's why you got the bullet. And ol, we got the numbers. Ol, we got the numbers, and bullets we got from ul. So this if you give it inside the unordered list, so they are known as unordered list. Okay, unordered list. Okay, so that is there. And Now we will understand about one of the most important things, which is the forms tag. Okay, form tag we'll understand. And as I told, form tags are the most important. Why they are most important? If you go to any website, you will see that big website, I'm telling, like Facebook, and you have a logging thing, so that is a form. They will ask you to submit something, that is a form. You make a post, you make a Facebook post, that is a form. Everything is a form there. Post and all those things, post, login, and all those things are forms. So forms are the most important thing in HTML. So we are going to learn that in detail, but even that is not that much detail. I will tell you a place from where to learn further. Okay, so someone was asking about BR tag. So BR tag, what is this BR tag? So BR tag are known as break row. So with that, a row comes after, means something, a row comes, it will give a sort of a space, and actually we have reached quite below in our file. So I will do this BR tag to, yeah, W3 school is, I'm going to tell about that only, W3 school. Okay, so BR tag is there, and then HR I'll do. HR is known as horizontal rule, and BR is known as break row. So everything is, there is a full form is there. So BR, it gave some space here, BR gives some, so it breaks one row, and HR means horizontal rule, it will give a line. Okay, so we have come a bit below. So what I am going to do, I am going to actually do HR and a BR, so that from below some space is there, and inside this I'll create a form tag. So just nothing as fancy and all, but just I am going to do the form tag here. So, and someone was asking also for the BR. Okay, so form tags we are going to do here, and form tags, as always, it starts with the form. Why it is given like this? So proper intention should be done, so it looks good. So form tag is there. I'll do the form tag, and form tags, there are many things which will come inside this form tag. So the first thing which we will learn is about the input. So there are different input types in the form. Okay, so we'll learn about that, and all the input should always go with a label. So there will be a label associated with the input, so we will learn about that label. Okay, label, name, and input, input type text, and name is name, something is there like this. Okay, got it. Self is, so you don't require self to open in the same tab, means, or someone is asking self, because by default it's open in the same tag only. Okay, that is good. Okay, that was good. Okay, that is there. Okay, cool. So now, yeah, so now this label is there, label, name, and type text, and name is name I have given. And what is this input type text? When I give some input type text, and let me give another one, and that one will be age, and input type will be not text, input type will be number, and name will be age. So name is required to distinguish it, so that this is a different input, this is a different, and generally we give labels to give what it is. So label is generally, each label is associated with each input, each label is associated with each input, and like this. So let me save it, and if I come back here, so it will be shown like this, name and age. So name and age will be shown. This is sort of a text box, and in which you can enter anything like milk and all those things, you can enter anything. Okay, and this is like a number field, you cannot enter anything. I am pressing the A, B, C, D, it is not entering. I have to enter the number only, and I can also increase it like this. So these are two of the input type field. So there are many input types also, and I will tell you from where to learn. And someone has already told in my YouTube channel, that YouTube chat, W3 schools you have to do. Yeah, W3 schools you have to do. Okay, so that is where you have to do it. Okay, so from label to input, everything is a inline tag. Okay, everything is an inline tag. So the problem is that they will come in one line, so I don't want them to come in one line. So what to do in that case? So in that case, what we can do, we can wrap this all with a div. Okay, we can wrap this all with a div. So div are a block level elements which can wrap everything. So I will wrap this with a div. So div are known as block level elements. Okay, so I will wrap this also in a div, I will wrap this also in a div. So div will become the parent element and it will sort of break this thing. So let me save it, and so now they're coming in two different lines because I want them to come like this. Okay, and plain HTML is very ugly. We are soon going to style it in the CSS next. So we are going to style some things in the CSS. Okay, so as I told, plain HTML is very ugly. So this is like this, and then but it is still very close. I want it to be even more further, so I'll do a break row. BR is known as break row. So now the space is there, but still it is very ugly. It is not that much good. In the forms which we see in Facebook and all, it is not that much good. Okay, those things, it is not that much good. So the next thing which we are going to learn is about the text area. So text area is like the input type text, but it has got a bit bigger, and we will also learn about drop downs. So drop downs, those drop downs are there in all the sites, so learn about that also. So I'll come here, break row I'll do, and a div I'll do, and inside the div I will first do a text area like message, and this will not be input type, this will be a text area. It will be a text area, and this will be message, and this will end the text area. The text area, I have to end it. So the thing is that this input type text, okay, this input type text, it is self-closing. This is also one of the things which you should know. Some of the tags are self-closing. It doesn't require something input to end, but label and all those things which you have seen, they require something to end. Even the text area requires it to end. Okay, so we give limit for name and password like that. Limit, actually not much of the things you can do from the HTML, but you have to see W3 schools, they have got a lot of things there. So you have to check in that limit. All those things are mainly done with JavaScript validations. A lot of features is in the forms are done by JavaScript validation. So this is only the sort of template. Okay, someone was asking on the YouTube channel. Okay, so I was answering. So text area is there. So like this, if I come back, so text area is like this. I can type multiple lines. Here is that I can type only one line. So that is the difference between text area and input type text. And the next thing which we are going to have is the break row, and we are going to have a drop down button. Drop down. So drop downs are also known as select. So again, I will do a div because I want it to be in a different line, and here again label and favorite color, and select name of color, and I don't want the ID, so name of color will be there. And now select what happens, again the unique name is there. So again what happens here, we have some options. Okay, we have some options. Okay, inside this options are there, option and value is red. So yesterday only one of I'm good Mohammed, some on YouTube. Okay, so option value red is given. Okay, so what is this red? So this red is something which goes to the backend, and or something which we are going to use in our JavaScript code when we do it. So it is like that. The value is not something which is used in CSS. Someone was asking me this question. A student who is attending my CSS, he's just a beginner, and he was asking me why the value is there, but why it is not shown. So that is there, and we'll do red, green, blue, and blue. Save it, and if I come back here, see the drop down is there, and I can select anything out of it. So this is how the drop down works. Okay, drop down works in this way. Let me answer someone. The recordings. Okay, recording is here. So those who don't know, recording is there. It is going live on YouTube also, and YouTube, you all know it will be there. So this is the recording. So I'm giving you add only the recording. Okay, so this is the recording. So let's go ahead and do it. Okay, so now this is not yet complete, so let us go a bit further. And next thing which we are going to learn are the checkboxes. Checkboxes we are going to learn. Again, I'll come here, do a break row, and then do a div and maybe h4 I'll do, and I will say what do you own. I'll do here, and then I can take the input also first. Input type, I'll do a checkbox. So there are a lot of input types. Type I'll do a checkbox, and name equal to vehicle1. So name is different, and value equal to bike. Again, this value goes to the backend, and then I will have a label. Bike I'll do, and this will be okay. This will be vehicle 2. Yes, someone is asking on YouTube also. Same. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so vehicle 2 I am given, and then this is car, this is car, this is vehicle 3, it is boat, it is boat. So checkboxes are like something which you can choose. Okay, so if you come back, so this is the checkbox, and so checkbox is something which you can choose like this you can choose. You might have seen at a lot of places, like to multiple questions. So many of you might be giving the online exams and all, so the multiple questions are done like this. There is a checkbox in that. So if there is a multiple question, you'll have a checkbox. And we have something known as radio box also. So this is there, and this is how it is done. And the value, again, it is for the backend, but the name, see, the name is all different. This is very important thing to keep in mind. The name is vehicle 1, vehicle 2, vehicle 3, so they are all different. So this is like the div, and this is like the checkbox. Now we'll learn about the radio box. Okay, so radio box we'll learn, and radio box are something in which if you want to take something as unique, then the thing is that, like gender, I want to take the gender. So gender can be more than once, so I have to take it through radio box. Okay, gender I will take, and input type radio is there, input type radio is there, name equal to gender, and value equal to male, label male is there, female, other, save it. So if I come back here, see this, I can choose only one. If I choose male, it will go. If I choose female, it will go. So I can choose only one. And the radio boxes was like this checkboxes was like I can choose everything, but here I can choose only one of them. Okay, and then one thing to keep in mind is the name. All of them are gender. So radio boxes are also known as radio groups. Here it is different. When it will go to the backend, it will go as something different, means all as different fields. But when it will go to the backend, so every form you submit, it goes to the backend, goes to a database, and all those things is done. So that's a complicated thing. That also I teach everything is there, but that's a very long thing which to do, means that all things are done. So this is about it, and some people are asking a lot of things. Actually I cannot check boxes on your YouTube. Voice is too no, but YouTube also voice is perfect because I am using a very high-end mic. Okay, so someone is asking where we can store the data of this web page. So there are three things like we store the data of this web page. Okay, that's a very good question it is, so I have to answer. So first thing is that the whole system is like that. The data of the website is there is a backend. Always there should be a backend in which you submit it. So there is a API call and all those things. So those stuffs also I teach, but those you should not learn right now, but that is way too complicated stuff, and you will get lost in all those things. So main short answer is that it is stored in some databases. Okay, all this stuff you send, you will click on the send button in a Facebook or somewhere, it will store in a database. In the Facebook databases it will get stored, all the data will get stored in the Facebook databases and all those things. Okay, drop down is possible. Tamil, please show. I don't know what you're asking. Okay, anything you can use in drop down. Someone was telling me it is not like this. Drop down you can. Okay, someone was telling me, show me that Tamil is possible there. Okay, that's a weird request. Okay, so let me show it. Okay, yeah, it is possible. Why it is not possible? Anything is possible. It is possible. Tamil is possible. Okay, so that is done. Okay, and the other thing is, if you want to store in your browser, there is something known as local storage, but that is also way beyond what I am going to tell right now. Please show calendar type input, and where user can select the date. Why everybody is after calendar type input? Okay, so this much is done, but if everybody is after the calendar type input, let me show a site in which you can go. So as I was telling that there are around 14 input types, so that you can go through this W3 school and learn HTML. You come down here, so you don't need to learn all these things which are there. Okay, in the form you come to this input type, and there are all the input types are there. So they're in from 2015 HTML5 came into picture, and it added a lot of input types. Earlier there were only 4-5 input types. Now there is button, check, now there is this check, this date, time, hidden, image, file is also there. So a lot of things have been added. Time, calendar, where is the okay, input time, date, time, local. So all of these things are there. See, you come here, you will see this is a very good site for reference. You can see, okay, they might be having for that also. Input type color is also there. So what is this input type color? If I try it myself, it gives me cool color picker also, through which you can pick the color. So this is so much advanced. Nowadays HTML have also become very much advanced. Okay, so this is the input type color is there. Input type date, someone was asking calendar, so this is input type date. So this is how the calendar input is been made. Input type date, you can come here and see that input type date, they have just given this input type date, and just you have to give this input type date, and the calendar input will be done. Okay, and the calendar, you can choose it, calendar, you can choose the calendar input. Just with this you can do input type date. Okay, so this is input type calendar. So all these things are there. You can go to this site and go to this link, and let me paste this link also. So in this, I don't know Tamil, buddy. Okay, I am from north. I don't know Tamil. I know Hindi, but I don't know Tamil, and I was in Bangalore, so I don't know Tamil at all. Okay, so a little bit of Kannada, but that also I stayed only 4 years. Okay, so that is there, and now what we are going to do. Okay, so the form, always this form we have to submit. So there is an input type submit is there, and it creates a button. It creates a button. Okay, then we'll do that. Input type submit, and value equal to submit, value equal to submit. Okay, input type submit and value equal to submit I have to, and I will save it. Okay, why I will write Hindi? So I have audiences from all over India, so I cannot tell in Hindi. Means I have some Hindi videos, and my YouTube channel is also 99% English only. So it is like that. Okay, write Hindi you're telling. Write Hindi in the HTML you're telling. You cannot write Hindi in HTML. It is not created by Indians. It is created by Americans. How can you write Hindi in here? Those are all different things. By that you do those things. Those things are not that much, that internalization things, it's not that much easy to do, that I will start writing in Hindi or writing in Tamil here. So those things are not that much easier. Okay, how to list the drop down? So I've already shown the drop down here. So this is the drop down. Okay, you can most of the time when some fonts are in, means you see in Hindi and all, means I don't know much of localization because I have not worked much on localization, but mostly what people do, they type it in Hindi somewhere outside. You can find it in a lot of site in Hindi, Tamil, you can type it and then you paste it here and it will show. Okay, it will show. Maybe Google you can do, and then those things they paste it here and then you can do. So it's very difficult. So all those government sites which are in Tamil or Hindi or all this in our state, a lot of the government sites are in Hindi, so those are made like that. Okay, so that is something. Okay, so now let's say input type submit I have shown. So what is this? I want to tell a lot of other things also, so we have to be a bit faster. So input type submit I'll come here, and so this the button will be there. Okay, let me put a div in it, div. So yeah, so this is a input type submit. It creates a button and it's a form button. So what happens when I type something and here, and I do something here, and I do submit it. So this is how we submit it, a form, and when submit it, it will submit it by default. See, it will get refreshed. So this is the default behavior of the form, it get refreshed. Okay, so but it is used for submitting. So input type submit creates a form, and value whatever I give, it is the value. Okay, so like this we have another thing also known as button. So directly we can create button. So our form has actually ended. So now we'll come and see the button tag. So rest of the form you can check from the W3 school, especially the input types. Learn about those 14 input types. That is very important. Okay, because you should know that those things are there, right? Okay, so button is there, and button, click here, save it. So click here is there. So this is a normal button, it doesn't do anything, but that all the functionality is added from JavaScript. Okay, all the functionality is added. Okay, so that is there. Thanks for such a nice comment. Okay, so we are almost coming to an end of this HTML, because we soon start CSS. And okay, so the one of the last thing which we are going to learn in the HTML is the very important thing, which is known as images. So how do we add images? So images are one of the main thing in any website you go. The images are the main thing. Okay, so what I'm come here and I will create a folder. So you can create a folder also through here, or right click or create a folder. So I will create a folder known as images. We are images, and then we have to add an image. So image, I will get a royalty free image from the site known as unsplash.com. You should always go here and find some images, and so like desktop setup, I will go and I will what kind of image I know. So I will choose this image, and I will choose a bit, maybe this much. I will choose a smaller one only, and then I have to show in folder, cut it. So it's got downloaded in my download folder, and I have to paste it here. So there is one more way. Actually this is already opened. I can directly go here. So let me go here, images folder has been created, and paste it here, and I will make it as, rename it and make it as unsplash.jpg. unsplash.jpg I'll do, and see, it is there, this unsplashed image is there. And now I will use this image. So for that, let me have a br here, and we have something known as image tag, img tag, and here I have to do images because it is in the folder images, and then unsplash.jpg, and alt is that, let me say it as computer image, let me say, and then let me save it. The moment I save it, I'll come here, close this thing, and the image will be shown. The image is here. So the images are shown like this, and we cannot do much control from our HTML and all, so we cannot do much control from here images. And next we are going to learn about CSS, and CSS is the most powerful thing, is we can beautify this site a lot. And this alt I have given. So what is this alt? So suppose alt is very important, alt tag, source is the source and alt tag is very important. So if what happens, if suppose my internet is very slow, or suppose I am a developer, I made some mistake, silly mistake like this, there is no image like this, I will save it. So alt tag will show this computer image and a broken image. You might have seen it on a lot of sites, you might have seen this, the broken thing, and this computer image is been shown. Okay, so let me revert it back, and there are only something which we can control from the HTML, not many things. Everything we will control from the CSS. Okay, so window is like equal to 300, and not window, it is width is 300, and height is 200. Okay, save it, and see, now the size have changed. Okay, and with this we actually completed our HTML part, and we will now go to our CSS part. But before that, if you all are liking this content and all, so okay, so yeah, so I will not tell about the CSS grid and flexbox right now, because those things takes times to tell, and I have a week long recordings for from this month, which contains the flexbox and CSS grid also. As I've told, I take a week long class for CSS also on my YouTube channel, and next month it will be on I think second week of January. First week of January is the CSS week, second week is JavaScript week, third week is React week, and fourth week is Node.js week. So it is like that. January, my itinerary is like that. So you all should come there and do it. And I really want you all to become a web app developer, and yeah, it will be free, it will be on my YouTube channel. And please do subscribe to my channel, and please subscribe here. And if you're liking my teaching technique, and so I want to make as many as possible as people as web app developers. See, I don't want you to become a web developer, I want you to become a web app developer. Please subscribe if you are liking it, and that will help the channel grow, and more people will become web app developer. If you go to my channel also, you will find that I have already taken 2 iterations of this. So every month I take 1 month long course, 1 hour daily, Monday to Friday, and that will help everyone to become a web app developer, because I teach HTML is this much only. HTML is not more than that. Then CSS in complete depth, I will go complete depth with CSS flexbox and grid. CSS flexbox and grid are very, very important nowadays. Okay, so yeah, please, I will do, means you either you attend that class, or let me do one thing. So because it will not be possible right now to tell that. And YouTube, if you go and you search the web dev, and anyways I have given the thing, please do subscribe to my channel. And if you go, this is live is working. So see, I have recently taken this. If you go the playlist, so React Essential was done yesterday, JavaScript Essential December, CSS Essential, so these 3 were done. And November I did Redux Essential, React Essentials, and CSS Essentials and JavaScript Essentials. So I have already done CSS Essential 2 times. So every month it is there, every month CSS Essentials is there, 1 week long course. Every means it is also live on YouTube, it is not live on Zoom, it is live on YouTube. So you can come there and ask me any question, because I am answering all the questions on the YouTube also. Okay, so you can come and daily at so all these sessions held daily at my channel at 8:30 p.m. IST. So someone is asking for grid, so let me do one thing. So let me give this grid playlist, so you can go through it, and as I'm telling, you can see it live also next month. Next month it is starting, next month not much time is there, means it will start that CSS will start from 3rd of January, because first I covered CSS only. 3rd of January 8:30 p.m. IST to 9:45 p.m. IST daily at night it will be there. So do attend it. Okay, can you unmute? I am unmuted. Okay, so this is the CSS playlist, so this will be detailed there. Okay, so let me start with CSS, so at least the people who are not from IT background, they will get a hold of it, what is CSS. So that is the one of the main reason for this. Okay, so CSS playlist, that is one of the main reason. And let us start it. So port I will disable, so because I have to start with CSS now. So we'll start with CSS. HTML basics is there, and okay, so CSS will start. That means do the setup, because we have to cover JavaScript also a bit, and again that will all be a bit smaller. So JavaScript also I have to cover. So I will close this, and again I will show that way. I will create a new folder, CSS Basics I will create, and then this one I will drag it to the VS Code. So VS Code I will drag, VS Code is there, CSS Basic I will drag here, and here again we will have index.html, and here we'll have another thing which is known as style.css. okay, so see, CSS we have in a different file. It is like index.css, we have some file known as style.css. okay, so that is there. So index.html I'll do, and then like this, CSS Basics I'll do, CSS Basics I'll do, and let us have h1 and CSS crash course I'll do, CSS crash course. And now we need to add a style to it. So let me also open it with live server. So open with it live server, and it will open with live server, and everything will be okay. This all will not be there, everything will be gone, and it will be like this, CSS crash course. okay, so everything is as ugly as HTML. So we have to beautify it. So how do we beautify it? So we need to target this h1 to beautify it. okay, so h1 we will target h1, so we target it like this. okay, h1 tag will target. So this is how we give CSS. We'll come here and give this, and then let me change the color to maybe to brown, because we should give a dark color, or else it will be very difficult to see on a white background. So I'll give it brown. But if I come back, it is not shown. Why it is not shown? Because we have to link the HTML and the CSS. We have to link both of them. So how to link them? So we have to link them with the link tag is there. One link tag is there, in which we have to do this this link, and it will go inside the head tag. It will go rel equal to style sheet, and href equal to whatever the style sheet name is there. So this will go like this, rel equal to style sheet and href equal to this. And let me do it and see. Now it is brown in color. So this is how it is there. So it is brown in color. okay, what is the use of live server? Okay, so I have already told what is the use of live server. Means when we were starting this, give me a time to, okay, so give me a time till what you teach. Okay, so as I will tell, means all those you are in one of my groups also, maybe. So I keep on posting on this. If you most of you might be coming from some of my WhatsApp group, so I will give the timetable there itself. Okay, so what is the use of live server? So the use of live server is like I have told earlier also that through live server, if you do directly, if you change anything in the HTML file, you have to refresh the page. So with the use of live server, if you change anything, it will automatically reflect it, and you have to add an extension for this known as live server in VS Code. Live server in VS Code, you have to add this extension, so it will do it live. Okay, so that is there. And yeah, I will use Hex Code. Someone was asking keyboard shortcut. I link it. Keyboard shortcut is like nothing, just VS Code gives me a lot of recommendations. So when I gave this link, see there, I just move it down, there is something known as this link CSS. It was suggesting me that, and I just clicked here and this created. So this is the shortcut. Okay, nice question. Okay, so that is there. And now what we are going to do, we are going to learn about the different types to someone was asking for hex code, so let us do that. Okay, hex code and all. So there are 4 different ways to give colors in CSS. 4 different ways. We are going to learn about the 4 different ways to give colors in CSS. So one way is I have shown this way. This is the giving the name like Brown have given. So that is one way. So how many colors? Yeah, I have used that external CSS coding gig. Okay, external CSS, that is also known as external CSS. There's some other ways are also, but since we are short on time, I have not shown the other ways. Okay, so so the color names, what are the color names we are going to see first. So the first thing is the color names, but how many color names are there? What are the color names? Okay, so there are actually 140 color names. See, when HTML started, when CSS and HTML were there, since 2015, a lot of things have been added in HTML and CSS. So earlier there were only 30-40 color names, but now there are 140 color names, and there are some very unique color names like Indian red, light coral, dark salmon, fire pink, hot pink, tomato, orange, light yellow, khaki is a very good color which I like, lavender, and all these colors are there. All of these things you can use, all these color names you can use, but how many colors can you use? Means there are only 140 colors and there are millions of colors. So how to use those millions of color? So one way is use the hex code, and for that we need to have some color picker. So where to get a color picker? Color picker you can get from anywhere in the internet. You can get a color picker, just Google for color picker and you can get. So I will show a good color picker here. Okay, so from the Mozilla site I'll show a good color picker. I'll come here and let me paste it here, color picker. So this is a good color picker and it is showing me all the different methods of the color. Okay, so there are actually 3 other methods to give color. One is known as hexadecimal system, which is very important way, and this is a very old way also, and most of the people uses this way only, hexadecimal system. So what is this hexadecimal system? As you can see, this is its content 6 digit with the hash you have to give. So first thing is that what is hexadecimal? What is hexadecimal? So most of you might be coming from some whatever in class, school, I don't remember in what class you might have learned this thing, but in classes you might have learned that decimal is a 10 base thing, and binary is a 2 base thing, because there is only 1 and 2 like that. At that time we have learned about hexadecimal system also. Hexadecimal system is a 16 base, so it is much better than bigger than your decimal system, because 16 base means it has got 0 to 9 digit, and A to F also is there, A to F is also there. So it is 16 base is there, so you can have 10 times more color than what you can have in a decimal thing. The range is much more better than bigger than that. Okay, and then but what is there, this 3 digit? Actually I don't need to say this thing, but I'm telling this, what are these 3 different digits are there. Okay, so actually a human eye can see only 3 colors, which is red, green and blue, and the combination of it, they can see red, green and blue, and the combination of it they can see. Okay, so someone asked some questions, please ask in. can we download video? Yeah, no need to download video. Don't need to download, watch it here. Okay, watch it here later. Okay, no need to download the video, watch it here later. And here now also live, it is going on live. You can mark this thing or come to my website. By tomorrow this link will be up, because when I do some live on YouTube, it comes after 1 day, or you can bookmark this link and it will be there. Okay, yeah, base 16 it is there. Notice, yeah, you're right, so no need to download it. Okay, so what I was telling, yeah, human eyes and thing see a combination of red, green and blue, and that is how all the color systems are. So first two are for red, second two are for green, and third two are for blue. So that is like that, and the combination of that is there. So this is known as hexadecimal system. So human eyes can see 3, and those 3 pairs are there. Okay, so we are going to change the body color. Body color also we can change, and I will change it to a bit lighter kind of thing. Okay, like this I'll do. So we cannot remember all those color, and there are millions and billions of color. So we do it from some color picker, and we just change it, and the color picker changes it. Okay, so that is there, and I will copy this, and I will go to the body. So, and then there is something known as background color also. So background color, so this is how we give CSS. H1 I will give a property, then colon, and then the thing. So and this I will target this, then the property name, and then there are more than 10,000 of CSS property. You don't have to learn all of them, and the most important one I tell in my 5-day class, and you have to learn only all of them only, so not all of them. Okay, so background color is one of the very important property. Background color is there. I don't want this one, so it also VS Code suggests all these things. So I want this one. It's a bit of pink, and like some space should be there. So background color. So body, I can target the body also. Body means for the whole body I will target. The background color I have changed. Save it, and if I come back, see the body is like a pink body is there. Pink body is there. Okay, pink body, it is there, and that is there, pink body. And let's move forward, and now we will let me have something more here. Let me have, after this h3, best place to learn CSS, and paragraph, and it will be lorem. So there are 2 more ways to give this give the color. So the other way also, which we have seen here, it is known as RGB, and RGB stands for red, green and blue. As I've said, the human eyes can see only red, green and blue. So in it, the first is red, second is green, and third is blue, and it is from 0 to 255 the color range. So if I go here like this is all white, this is all black. White, black is like this, and the hex code is also like this for white and black. So RGB, we have given a h3, so I will give it a h3 dark blue color like this, and I'll give this RGB. I will target the h3, and color I will give, so like this. I'll come, and the color is like blue. So everything is black by default. And the next thing which I will target is the P, and P I'll give color by a different system known as Hsl system. So the next system is known as Hsl system, and Hsl system is the most complicated one of them, and most advanced also, and we don't use that much Hsl system. In Hsl system, the first part which you are seeing it here, it only consists of the color. So it is like of a it is a cylinder is there, so we color it's a 3D kind of a thing through which we can choose the color in the Hsl system. And the next 2 things are, the full form is hue, saturation and lightness. So next is saturation, like the saturation in the TV we have, and the next is lightness. So we can control more part of it through Hsl. So but you will see that most places hexa and RGB will be used, and color names also somewhere it will be used, but most places hexadecimal will be used, and some places the RGB will be used. Okay, so that is there. And paragraph also I will give some dark color, because dark color only can be go on the dark light. So green only I will give some dark green like this, and Hsl I will copy from here, and color is like Hsl save it, and I'll come back here and see the blue color has been shown. Blue color has been shown, and now let me make it a bit bigger, save it. Okay, so because the next thing which we are going to learn about is the font family. Okay, font family we are going to learn, and the font family is like in if you have worked in MS Word, you might have seen that I can see take a lot of font family like Times New Roman and all those things. So there are more font families here, and I'll show a cool way to use more font families here. So font families are like this font family. You have to give like this, and we will take like this Arial, Helvetica, Sans Serif. So I have taken 3 fonts. So Arial, Helvetica, and Sans Serif. Why I have taken 3 fonts? These 2 are known as fallback font, and all of them are completely valid, and they are based in the browser. So what will happen? The browser will first try to take this font, Arial font. So if Arial font is not there, it will take Helvetica, and if Helvetica font is not there, it will take the Sans Serif. If Sans Serif is not there, it will take the default browser, because browsers are different. All the browsers are created by different companies. See, Chrome is created by Google, Firefox is created by Firefox, Safari is created by Apple, Internet Explorer or Edge are created by Microsoft. So that HTML, CSS are by a different committee. So they implement some feature. It is not always there in the other browser. So a web developer have to fight a lot with these things, and sometimes something works in one browser, something don't works in that browser. So those things happen, especially with Internet Explorer and Safari. It happens a lot. So suppose in Safari Arial is not there, then it will try for Helvetica, and if it is not there, it is to try for Sans Serif. But that is generally not the case. These are very common fonts, but generally we don't give one font, we generally give more than one font. So Arial I will give, and I have given in the body, so the font will be done. Okay, so let me tell about another type of font, means okay, so there is something known as Google font. Okay, Google font is there. So this is the external font. Like this, many other paid fonts are also there. So we can use this Google fonts. So how to use this Google fonts? So Google fonts, you can see that you will come here, you will see much more better fonts are there. So this one I am liking it. So I wanted some cursive fonts. So this is almost cursive, so I will choose this one. So how to use this Google font? I will select this style, and it will come here. So I can use it like this, and I have to go to this import, and I'll do this import like here, and I have to come to my CSS, and I'll do here import. So my whole body I want it to be an Arial font, but my paragraph I want it to be a different font. Okay, so I will come to this paragraph, and actually I am not liking this color. I will make it a bit more darker. Okay, and there font family I'll do what? So font family I have to do this like what was the font family name? Font family name is this, and I have to copy this, and Google fonts always go in a single quotes. Okay, so font family like Google font, it will go in a single, and here after that you should always give a fallback font. Why? See, Google font I have taken it from the internet. Taken it from the internet means there is a internet link is there through which this font is coming. Suppose suddenly the internet goes off in the mobile phone. In India it is quite common. If you are going through a railway tunnel or something, you are going, the internet goes off, then what happens? Then the font is even not downloaded, it won't be shown. So that's why you have to take a fallback font with Google fonts always. And sometime it might happen this font is created by someone, it is not there in that browser, it is very advanced something, sometimes it is not there. So you should always take a fallback font, but most of the time it will be there. So if I do this as pusher, and if I come back here, see, it is nice cursive type of font, it is there, cursive type of font is there. Okay, so it is been shown like this, and like this it is been shown, and then but it is very small. So how to make it a bit bigger? So we generally make it bigger with something known as font size, and we mostly give it in px. So 20 px we'll give. I'll give 20 px, and if we come back, so it is much more bigger, 20 px, and it is showing very good. And I can make the font weight as bold also, but I think it is already bold. So font weight by default it is normal. I can make it bold or bolder also I can make. it is much more bolder, the font weight, and it is looking good. So line height, I can also increase the line height like this line height is there, so I can increase the line height like 1.6 EM I'll do. So there is another, this is another value which is known as EM. So I will do this EM. See this line size, this is increased, so this is increased. Okay, so this is increased. Okay, so this is how it is increased. Okay, so let me tell a bit about this units of measurements also, and before that please do subscribe to my channel if you're not done. If you're seeing any value in this, please do subscribe to my channel. Okay, so let's go ahead. I see a lot of people have not yet subscribed who are there in this chat. Okay, please do subscribe. Let me give me again, so that it can reach to more people, and I am more active on my YouTube channel, and there only you will get that month-long boot camp. Okay, so please subscribe. If someone has not yet subscribed, please do subscribe. So this will directly take to the subscription link. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's do the unit of measurement now. So you have seen two type of unit of measurement. So like it is like 20px and 1.6 EM is there. So what are this? What is px? What is EM? So there are actually three major units of measurement. One is px, one is EM, and one is REM. And what are they all? So we are going to understand that now. So for understanding it, I always teach through examples. So let me wrap this all in a div. I'll wrap this all in a div, all of this thing, h1, h3 and p. I'll wrap this all in a div like this. There will be a div will be there. Okay, div will be there. Now I will give this div some font size I will give, and maybe I'll give it 10px. So div I will give the font size of 10px. So pixels are like pixels only, like you might have heard that this TV have got more pixel, because in pixel is like those small dots which are shown on a TV, small dots on a TV or a monitor. The more number of dots you pick, you can place in 1 centimeter or something like that, is that the more higher quality it will be. HD TV, it will be like those things are there. Okay, true HD and all those things depends upon that. But this pixel is a bit different than that pixel. This pixel is been created by the CSS team, and they have taken one TV for their reference for like 300 DPI. It was there, they have taken it for the reference for that. Okay, so that is there. And so pixel is like that. You increase the pixel, the size will increase for everything. So I've given the div. So pixel is simple. So I've given a div a pixel of this. So what is like this EM? So EM is like this. Whatever the parent element is there. So for this P, the parent element is the div. Whatever the parent element is there, depending upon that, if I give it 1 EM, it will means it is 10 pixel. If I give 2 EM, it is like 20 pixel. It is like 20 pixel. It is now 20 pixel. 2M means 20 pixel. Okay, and then there is something known as REM. There is something known as REM. REM is also there. So what is this REM? REM, it doesn't matter if the parent is something or not. It takes the root element. So by default, browser, it is decided by different companies like Google and all, the browser which they connect, that everyone has decided one thing, that the default pixel is 16 pixel. Okay, 16 pixel. So if I give 2 REM, so it is 16 into 2, 32. Okay, so if I do, it is like 16 into 2, 32 pixel. So it will become much. So it doesn't matter right now, this thing. Okay, this doesn't matter. Okay, this is about EM, REM and all those things. Okay, so that is there. And then thanks Anmol. Anmol is telling I'm teach very well. Thank you. And please, all of you, please do subscribe to my channel if you're not done yet. Okay, so that is there. And now what happened? Yeah, so 2 REM is way too big, so let me make it 1.6 REM and let it but there is one issue also here. See, there is an issue here. See what is issue? See this div, this all the sizes have become very low, because why they have become very low? They have become very low because this div is wrapping everything, and I have changed this to 10 pixel, and so I will remove this thing, so because it becomes very low, it was changing all of this, and that is an issue. And to solve this issue means, in general in bigger projects also we don't give like this body we give, but h1 h2 h3 directly we don't give. In bigger projects, if 10 front-end developers works on a project and everybody gives their own h1, so it will break the project, and it will generally break the project, so nobody is allowed to give like this. So there is something known as classes and IDs are there in CSS, so we give it through there, we give it through the classes and IDs, okay, through those. So what are classes and IDs? There is a little bit difference in that, but the main thing of classes and IDs is to uniquely identify anything. So you can give this class property anywhere, so in h1 div anywhere I can give this class thing, class attribute I can give, and I can give that box1 anything, or maybe box1 is a bad name, I'll give container, I'll give a container name, so container I'll give. And now what will happen, I will copy this and I can use it, I can use to style it. So from now onwards I will not use this div or something like to style it, so container and all those things I will style. So this is not a good way to style anything. So this container I will come here, and maybe after this, because it is coming after this, so container I'll do, and I'll do a background color of light yellow. Background color of light yellow is, I think, good. So let me save it and see the background color have become of light yellow. The background color is light yellow. So all of this thing, the background color has become light yellow. Okay, so this class thing, okay, so I will use one more thing known as padding. We'll learn about padding in a bit. So padding 1%. So padding 1%, if I give you can give it in percentage. So what is happening, a bit of spaces is there and it's looking much more better. Okay, so this div thing I can use a lot of other times also, like this div thing. So this class, so I will copy this again and I will use it here also. Let me make it a bit smaller, and the web dev, my company and my channel name. Okay, so see the same thing container I'm using, so it is giving in that also, the container it is giving in that also. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to give a break row here, so because I want to see it much better. So both of them are different, so it is looking much more better. So you're already seeing that, what magic CSS can do. See, that thing which we have created with HTML was so ugly, and this thing is so good looking still only, so it is so good looking. Okay, so it is so good looking. So okay, this much is done now. So as you can see, this class I can use many times. So this class I can use here also, here also. So classes I can use many times, but there is one thing, there is something known as ID also, and classes is there, you have to give it with this dot. It's important to give it with this dot. Okay, and the ID is there, so that is also, suppose there are two paragraphs here, and this paragraph I want to make it a bit different, so I'll give an ID here. And ID you can use only one time, ID you cannot use two times, ID you can use only one time. So second P I will do, any name you can give, so I have given it second P. So second P I will choose here, and I will come here, let me give it below here only, and IDs will give it by hash. Second P I will give, and then I'll come here, and I will overwrite all these things. So this was having a lot of things like this. Let me copy these things, and I will change a lot of things here, like maybe I don't want this thing, I want it Arial only, so I'll change it to Arial. Maybe I will make it like this, I will make it a bit this, and 1.2, one font size is normal I'll do, and this is 1.4 I'll do, save it. So the second P is different than this first P. So and the IDs we give it with hash, IDs we always give it with hash. Okay, so that is there, and The next thing which we are going to do is we are going to learn about something known as a box model. So box model is very important thing to learn. So we are going to learn about the box model, and so let us learn about the box model. Okay. So for box model, so box model is something, anything is there will be content wrap outside it. So I will tell more about it. Okay. So div with id of box model. Okay, this is a shortcut. Id of box model I have given, and lorem is there. Save it, and by default it will show like this. So it will show like this, nothing is there. And so we will target this box model and we will add something to it. So this hash box model is like background color is light gray is okay, and width is 300 px. So width also we can give. So width I am giving, and there is something known as a border. So we can give the border also. Border is like 15 px solid black I will give. So like this I have given these two things. So see the background is like this color, and the width is like 300 px is like the width, and the border is 15 px solid green and solid black. So the solid black is there. And then the next thing which I am going to do is the padding. So padding I will give as 50 px. So the moment I give padding, see there will be some space around it. Okay, that is very important for padding to know. And then I will give the margin as 20 px. Margin as 20 px I will give. Okay, so 20 px I'll give. So margin it is like here, margin is here. Okay, so let me open it and we'll see how the box model is being shown. So if you open the developer tool, right click and inspect element, it will open the developer tool. And if I click over here, so see this is the box model is being shown. So box model is nothing but everything. If you show something, so it is like the first the content comes. So whatever the content size, it depends upon. Then the paddings wrap everything, wraps it all way around. So like 50 50 50 padding is all way around. So I have given the 50 px of padding. Then border comes. So this border is 15 px all around. Then the margin comes. So margin, one quick rule is that margin is between two different elements and padding is all around the element. Two different elements means this margin if you give, so this will be between this div and this div and all way around. So I have given all way around. So this is also known as your box model. So this is how the box model works, and all those things, all these things are there, padding and margin. Okay, so this is there. Then let us target this h3 and learn about some more thing. Okay, target this x3, and we can also combine two things like okay, target this h3 or target this h1 CSS crash course. I will target this. So we can target it with another thing also, like you will see this a lot, like this container and h1. If I do this thing, this will be same only, but it means that inside the container if some h1 is there. So it is very powerful when we have a lot of h1s in the site. So and we have something differentiate to differentiate it. So I have targeted this like that, and then color is okay, and font family is okay. So font weight I can give like 800 also. So numbers are also there, you should see it. Not everything is there, 200 300 400 500 800 is like that, it is there. And font style is italic. Font style is italic, and save it. Okay, if I go back, so this italic, it has been a bit of italic, so slash is there. And beside this we have other properties like also like text decoration is underline is there, so it will be an underline will be created in here, and I can do a lot of things from CSS. Text transform, not like this, text transform is like uppercase, so everything will be changed to an uppercase. Okay, everything will be changed to an uppercase. And then we have something known as letter spacing also, which is 0.2 m. So we can change the letter spacing also. See, the letter spacing is also changed, and it is looking much better and better. And we can change the word spacing also. Word spacing is also 0.8 m. Okay, 0.8 m. And see, the word spacing is also changed. Okay, word spacing is also changed. So this is done. So the next thing which we are going to do is creating a form and styling a form, because and that is the last thing which we are going to do, because we are going to start the JavaScript after that, because we don't have much time. We have to do the JavaScript also. And again, this is not a complete CSS. Complete CSS takes around 6 to 7 hours to complete, and that has got something known as positioning and all those things I complete in detail in my channel also. Previous I have given the playlist also, and it will start from 3rd of January also, that CSS thing. Okay, so grid and all those things, everything will be covered in that. Okay, so again we are going to now see the form, and form, let us have a form. So after this I will have a form, and let me have a HR here. Let me have it between two HRs so that it is a bit differentiated. So we'll have a form, and the main thing is to see here, we'll see that how we can beautify this form, how the form can be beautiful. That is the main thing. Okay, so class, we will have a class also here, so it's much more better to have a class of everything so that we can target that. Okay, class my form is there, and then I'll do div form group. So this is a shortcut, and here I will have label, and it will be name, and input, I'll have input type text, name equal to name, I'll do, and I'll have this 2 more times. Okay, and it will be email, and let it be email, and the next thing will be message, and it will be a text area is name is message, and text area is there, and then input type submit, and class will be button, and value will be submit. Save it, and by default it will look like ugly form like which we created with HTML. We will do it, the beautifications will be done with CSS. Okay, so the first thing which I will target is this my form. My form is a class, so I'll come down here, and then this dot my form is there, and here to beautify anything, just to give some padding, and it will be much more better than what it was usual. So padding of 20 px, just a style tip, so I will give a padding, so everything will have some padding around it, so it will already look good. And this I want to have some space below it, so there I was doing with the br tag, but that was not a good way to do it. So what I'm going to do, I'll target this form group, this form group I'll tag it and add some padding bottom or a margin bottom, anything you can add. So I'll do that, and I will target it into in like my dash form dot form dash group is like that, and then a padding bottom is 15px. I'll do save it. So a padding bottom has been done. Okay, padding bottom has been done, and I want this labels also, so everything is inline, to come in a different line. So there is another cool thing here. This label I can target, and I can directly make it a block level element. That is by default a inline element, but I'll make it a block level element. So this my form, I'll go my form, and label I'll do, and I'll make it a display of block I'll do, and display of block it will be done. So it is coming in the next line. So it is already looking much more better, but for a form to look much more better, what we need to do, we need to expand this tool till the end. So we have to target this input box, this and this we have to target. So how do we target it? So either we can create some different in this different class name and all those things, and we can target it, but there is a much better way here. So we'll do that, my form. So how to target that? So there is something like an input type text if I do, and it will target everything which have an input type text. So here both of these things has an input type text. If I have an input type password or email, I would have to add it like that also. And any CSS style, we can use a comma and give the another CSS style. So I have to target the text area also. So my form text area I will target, and then I will first do the padding. So I am adding a padding inside it. So I'm adding some padding inside it. So see, so there is some padding, so it is looking much more better. 10px, I think it is way too much big. I will make it a 8px, and it will be much more better. It's okay. And I will make the width as 100%, so that it will extend to the end. Width as 100% I'll do, so it is extending till the end. It is extending till the end. Now my form is looking very good, and even if it type it, it will look very good. Okay, so it is like that. It is looking very good. Okay, so the next thing which is remaining is the button. So button is like plain default button. It is very ugly. So we are going to make it a bit much more better. So we come here, and button has a dot button. So I will to come here and dot button. I'll do margin of 0.2 em or 0, and padding a bit of padding I will give. So padding also means increases everything. So padding, it is top down, it is coming, and border none. So we can remove this border also from the box. So the border will also be removed, and we can now give font size is like 1.2 rem, font weight is like bold, text transform is like uppercase. So yeah, it is looking good. It is way too big. 1 rem is okay. Yeah, 1 rem is okay. Okay, so then color, I can make it as something dark brown, and background color maybe light green. So it is looking okay. And yeah, so we generally have another thing. So when I'm taking this mouse here, it is nothing is happening, but we generally don't do it like this. Okay, what we do means, when I move the mouse over here, it should change to a hand. So that is known as a pointer. So how to do that? So we can have a hover property also. It's a pseudo property like button. I'll do a hover like this. Hover is a pseudo property. So background color I will change to a different thing, and cursor I'll make it as pointer. Save it. So see, I'll move the mouse over here, background color is changed, and it is also changed to a hand. So this is what the CSS can do to us. Okay, so this is all about CSS. This is not all about CSS. CSS is much more than that, but as I've told, I will cover it in the first week of January. And if you want to see the recordings for this month or previous month, you can come to my channel and see that recordings there. I hope you are liking what I'm teaching, hope you're liking my teaching style. And I will now start JavaScript, but as again I can say, if you are not yet subscribed, please do subscribe here. Okay, thanks everyone for giving nice comment that I teach well. So okay, so let's get started with the JavaScript. Okay, JavaScript also, again I will give the playlist if you want to learn, and JavaScript will be done in the second month of January. Okay, second month of January, the detailed class will be there. Now we'll only go through a brief about it, because we'll do for the next half an hour only. And a lot of you people have stayed till the end. I will give the attendance in the next 5-10 minutes. Okay, stay a bit more. I'll give the attendance soon. Okay, the second attendance is also important to get the certificate. Okay, so what is JavaScript? JavaScript is used to add interactivity to any site. As you all know, the click event handlers, and it is much more than that. Because of the React and all, it has become a much more complicated and all things, and much more things have been added in JavaScript because of that. And JavaScript we are going to learn through, not through VS Code, because VS Code I teach through VS Code, but later on I teach in my YouTube channel. So you'll see that VS Code I teach, but a bit later on I will teach through VS Code. We will learn it through a very good site known as JSBin. So what is this JSBin? So JSBin is like JavaScript is always seen in the console. Okay, what is this size? Okay, JavaScript is always seen in the console. JavaScript is a proper programming language, and most of people find it a bit difficult, the JavaScript. Okay, so JavaScript you can always see in the console. Okay, so that is like that. Okay, and we'll sit here, and let me increase the font size a bit more. Yeah, I have increased the font size a bit more. And so JavaScript is, if some of you are coming from the engineering background, computer science, electronics, or IT, so because IT is a different background, not from mechanical, but all these things you must have learned some language in your thing. Like electronics people learn C, computer people learn C++ or Java. All of them are not used in the industry. They're all very old languages. Nobody uses them in the industry. Everybody uses JavaScript. Java is the present and is the future, and it is been used in the industry for the past 10 years. JavaScript is the only thing which will give you a job, which will give you a high paying job in all the companies which you heard, from Google to anything you'll go, it's JavaScript only. Nobody uses Java that much. Okay, but colleges still teach those things, but at least they teach the fundamentals, which is very good way, and that you have to learn. Those fundamentals you have to learn, and that's if you are from engineering background, it's okay, but it doesn't matter. As I've told that Java and all those things are not used in the industry that much. So JavaScript is used to create the web apps. Even this is created in JavaScript. This whole great things are, so everything is now then in the website, so everything is created with JavaScript. Facebook and all, everything is JavaScript. Okay, and we all know in Facebook the most of the top engineers of this world works. Okay, so I will give the second attendance list here. Okay, I will share the playlist also. One sec. Okay, so if someone is asking the playlist, okay, so as I've told you, JavaScript was also taken this month, December, and JavaScript okay, playlist JavaScript is taken this month also, and previous month also, November also I taken, and January also I will take. So I take it, this goes in a loop. This happens every month. Okay, so JavaScript playlist is this. So if you want, you can revise through this. Okay, so let me give this JavaScript playlist. Okay, so this is JavaScript playlist and it will be conducted in the second week of January. Okay, second week of January. CSS is the first week of January. Okay, anyways, all of you please remain in that WhatsApp groups in which you are. I will tell everything. What is the difference between markup language and scripting language? So markup language is the thing which we have does see. The HTML and all are also known as markup language, but that is not even a language. Most people don't even consider HTML as a programming language, and it is not. And scripting language are like this JavaScript and Python and all, but the browser understands only JavaScript, nothing like Python or anything. It doesn't understand all these things. So you have to learn JavaScript only. No other thing is there which works. And there are some higher order languages like Java and all those things are there. So those are been mainly used to make the backend. So backend, a lot of different technologies are used. Backend Java is used, Golang is used, Python is used, even JavaScript is used in the form of Node.js, in which I am also an expert. So Node.js is, if you want to learn Node.js also. I'm not in the WhatsApp group. You are not in the WhatsApp group. Okay, so some people are not in WhatsApp group. Okay, one sec. Okay, so join this WhatsApp group. Okay, you can join this WhatsApp group. Okay, I will give this on my YouTube also, so the people can join. So okay, join this WhatsApp group. Okay, so that is there. So let's get started with JavaScript. So JavaScript is like as in all other languages, we have variables here also in Java. So we have to give variables in JavaScript, but JavaScript is not a strongly typed language. It is also known as a loosely typed language. Java and all are strongly typed language. So if you give a variable name, you have to give something like a string, integer, true, false. It is not like the Java compiler decides on the runtime. Okay, so if I do var fname, so we generally use camel case here and equal to 𝐏𝐵𝐴𝐴. So there are actually three kinds through which you can give the names. Okay, one is known as var, which is there since the starting of JavaScript, which is from 1995. 1995 JavaScript was released. Okay, second is the let l name equal to this was, and there is another thing which is known as a const full name equal to. So there is a bit difference between this var, let and const. So var and let, the main difference is there, and I teach this in detail in my week-long JavaScript training, in the JavaScript workshop on my YouTube channel, and you have to do it because we don't have much time. It is already 5:15, so we will wrap up in the next 15-20 minutes. So this thing is there because today I taught CSS a bit longer. So var and let are used in that context. One is like block scope and another is functional scope, like that. And console dot log is like we'll do f name. So console dot logs give us the console. Okay, f name, last name and full name, and if I run it, it will happen here. And console is something which happens here also, and this is how the developer works. So console, we do a lot of console.logs, so it will show in the console like this. Okay, so this is like var, let and const. So I will tell more detail in my long class, but the const, let me tell the difference between const. So var and let are used for anything which is a variable, and const is like if you declare something, you cannot change it. So suppose I can comment it out here also. Commenting is like that, it will not work. So suppose const num1 equal to 39. So num1 equal to 40 if I do, and if I even just run it, I will not do, and it will give me an error that assigning a constant is not allowed. So I have to change it to a let or a var, and then console.log of num1, and it will show me as 40. So we can change it like this. Okay, so that is there. Okay, second attendance link. Okay, I will give the second attendance link. That is good. I should give it this time. Because all of you have attended till lot of time. So this is the second attendance link. A lot of people have attended till time. That's great. 29 people are still there. So okay, let me put it there. Second attendance, you are really good. Awesome. That's awesome that you people have attended for such a long time. You people are really serious, and I want you all to attend my month-long workshop also. Okay. Okay, so I've given the second attendance link. So also please do means I don't see everybody subscribing to my channel. Please do subscribe also. Okay, so let's this is there. So this is how it is done, and now we'll learn about data types. So just like any other language, there are data types in JavaScript also. So there are actually 6 data types in JavaScript, and we will learn about them. And I will open in another JS bin. For that, JS bin JavaScript console, and again this thing will be there. So there are 6 data types in JavaScript, and they are 6 data types. Let me comment it out. The string, number, boolean, num, undefined, and symbol. So symbol is used in ES6. So this is a modern type of JavaScript ES6, which I again tell in detail in my workshop which will happen in second week of January. So all of you please attend that. And this ES6, and it is not used that much. So we'll learn about string, numbers, boolean, null, and undefined. So strings, like in all languages, strings are there, so it is there in JavaScript also. So we'll use a const now. Const name equal to Bindu. So strings are like single quotes, double quotes, and there is another thing in JavaScript. It is like this tilde. We can use it with inside this tilde also. We can use the string. Okay, then const age. So age is there, which is like 39. So so the number type, it can be floating number or also can be whole number. In some language it is like that, only the floating numbers and the whole numbers are different. Float is there, double is there, nothing is like that. Everything is const, var or let you have to use. So like const rating equal to 9.5. okay, and const is developer equal to true. Is developer equal to true. So this is the boolean. It is again in all the other links also boolean is there. So boolean is true or false. Okay, so all the other languages also boolean is there. But there are two different things in JavaScript, which is known as null and undefined. So null and undefined, what is null and undefined? We will see about null and undefined. Null is maybe there in other languages. I have not touched other language for a long time, so I don't remember right now. Used to do C++ a long time back, 16 years back. Okay, so x equal to null. So null is something. So null and undefined both means the absence of a value, but null a user can give. Generally a developer gives the null, but undefined, if you don't define anything, it is undefined. Like I will do let z, it will be undefined. Okay, and now I will have there is something known as okay, type of operator. So we'll do it with that console.log type of name age rating developer x and z. So someone is asking something. Process based job it is from JavaScript. Q&A you need. So this Q&A thing, I will do one thing. This is Q&A thing. I will do. If you are in my group, I will ping me there in my WhatsApp. In the WhatsApp group you are there, I will try to solve it there in the WhatsApp group. So this is not a time for Q&A, and I take Q&A on Friday evening 6:30 p.m. IST on my YouTube channel live. So you can do that so that all the people can benefit from here. And yeah, you can change from a 12 lakh base salary. It is not a main thing. Okay, so it is very easy. Okay, so someone was asking for the first link. Okay, they were not able to fill it. Okay, so I've sent you. Okay, so yeah, so this is there, and if I run it, see what will happen. See, it will give me the type of, okay, type of it will give. So string, number, boolean, object, undefined. It is giving me all these things. Okay, so what is this null and undefined? So null and undefined is, I have told that null and undefined means empty value. Null and undefined both means empty value. So why both means empty value? Why there are two different data type in JavaScript? So there are two different data type in JavaScript because, as I've told, null is assigned by the user, and undefined is, if you leave something like this, it will be undefined. Okay, it will be undefined. So a very good example for this is that, like, all of you must be filling that form, like admission form or something like that. Means still today a lot of government departments or a lot of schools, you have to fill that handwritten form. So handwritten form, like I have also filled it for my kid school. So what happens in a lot of states, a lot of people don't keep the middle name for their kid. Because I have also not keep the middle name for my kid, although I have a mid name, okay, which is Kumar. Okay, so I didn't keep the mid name. So in the form, in the school form, what I did, when the middle name came, I have written NA. NA means not applicable, and NA means null also. You can understand it like that. NA means not applicable or null. So it is there. So when that clerk would have entered it in the computer, so they do it like that only. From there they enter in computer. So NA, she will understand, okay, NA means not applicable and it is null. So I have not to enter. And the other way is that if I would have left it blank also, the clerk would have understand it. Okay, it is undefined, and I don't have to fill it. I don't have to fill it in the computer, and it is undefined. Oh, okay, it is not there. So both of them means the same thing, undefined and null, but in a different context we can use. If you leave it blank, it will become undefined. If you add it by your own, it will become null. So it is like that. Okay, so that is there. Then we'll understand about there are, so strings and all are there, and we'll understand about two important data types now. And these are and these data types are known as primitive data types, and they are known as non-primitive data types, but they are very useful and very important, and they are known as they are array and objects, and they are in other programming language also. Especially the array is there in other programming language like Java, C++, C, any background if you're coming from there, it is there. So we'll learn about that from a JavaScript perspective. So JavaScript is different from this language because it's a loosely typed language. And again, here what is happening, array by array, we can have like const lang. We can have a mixed thing. Like JavaScript comma Java comma C++ comma Golang, different programming language I am writing, Kotlin comma 5 comma true I'll give. Okay, so you can see, so this is not possible in any other programming language. Any other programming language like Java and C++, you can either have an array of string, or I can either have an array of numbers. What I am having here is the array of a string plus number plus boolean, everything I am having. So the mixed data type is allowed only in JavaScript because it's a loosely typed language. Okay, it's a very loosely typed language. Okay, closures I cannot explain right now. Closures will be going over the top of most other people. If you want, I can give you a link to my channel. I can give you a link. So all those things are very advanced. For most people don't even understand JavaScript. So closes, and closes is just an interview question. It is not used that much anywhere. It is there, but it is mainly an interview question. Okay, so it is not that much used. Okay, okay, ping me in LinkedIn or some other place, and I'm not finding that video right now. I have around 350 videos on my channel, so it's something difficult to find out. It is there somewhere. I will give you that closest video also, and it is very advanced for this this group, because most of the people are from, a lot of people are from non-technical background, and if I give them closest, they will run away. Means JavaScript, still the people who are from non-technical background, they find it very tough. Okay, so in my long course also, means I take batches also, I have to explain it very slowly and very precisely. Means I take personal batches also for boot camps. That is different from the YouTube thing, and those are taken through Zoom, and in that a lot of people from non-technical background attend, so I have to explain them in a very small way. And closures and all are actually just interview questions, and that also in service companies. Okay, startups and all, they will not ask closures, and they just want you to be very good in React.js and all. Okay, so this is an array. This is a one way to store elements in a sequential order, and this is one of the data types. And this is non-primitive data type in JavaScript. And if I do the console.log of lang, it will give me this thing. Okay, so if I want to access something about from here, I can give like 2, and it will give me the index of 2. So any program language index starts from 0, 0, 1, 2. So it will give me C++. So this is how it will work. Okay, so the next thing is that if you want to push something to an array, so we can also directly push it like lang 3 equal to C, and console.log of lang, so it will be pushed. So 3, the C has been pushed. So this is one way to push. Okay, so but we generally don't do it like this. Okay, and we can we generally do it through something known as push, to push it to the end. And we can remove from a method. So there are JavaScript methods through which we can remove, so we'll do through that. So I'll do lang dot pop, because they're 5 and 2, I'm not finding it good to have this 2 numbers here, so I'll do this thing 2 times. I'll do this lang dot pop, and it will remove this okay, it happened. Okay, so sometimes it happens like this. Okay, so it will remove this thing. So this one is coming from here, 5 and 2 are removed. Okay, and if you want to push something to the array, so we have another method known as lang dot push. So it will push to the end of the array, like Pascal I'll do, and that is like that. And so it will push Pascal to the end. So this it is like this, it will push Pascal to the end, so it will work like this. Okay, so this is about array. And again, the detail I am not telling much detail will be done in the second week of January, when we'll have around 6-7 hours to do JavaScript. Okay, so the last thing which we are going to quickly learn is there is another non-primitive data type which is known as objects. So objects are like another way to store the data. Okay, so const person. So objects are always like a key value pair. So, and the key should always be unique, and it should be a string. But we in JavaScript, we don't show it as a string, but it is a string. Means bindu, and this curly bracket is been shown in that, and L name is this was, and age is 39, and is trainer is true. Okay, so like this I will have, this is an object. Okay, so this is how an object is, and we can see this as console.log of person. I can see, but there is some array, some error in JSBin, so it is showing this object. It generally show like this only. If you open the console, and it will be shown like this only, it will be shown. Okay, so it is like this. But how do you access the element here? So there are two ways to access the element. One is that dot fname I'll do. So this is known as a dot notation. Dot fname I'll do, and it will give me a Bindu. And there is another way which is known as bracket notation, in which I will do just like an array thing, but I will do the L name here, and it will show me the Biswas. So this is the, and arrays, these objects are always keys are unique, so I cannot have a fname two times, fname L name, and this is a string. And what is the benefit of this thing? So L name I have to give a code. Suppose I have told that this can be a string, so I will make it a string, and suppose instead of last name I will write last name like this. So I cannot do it with this object notation, but I can do it in this array notation, because I'm going and giving it like this, and it will run exactly fine. Okay, so with this we have come to an end of this session. Now hope you have liked it, and as I have told earlier also, please do subscribe to my channel if you are not done yet. And soon, the next week it will be starting from next. If you want to see from Monday, Angular will start, but if you are not directly means coming from a web development background, Angular will be way too much, so don't attend that Angular class right now. So yeah, thank you. So please subscribe. Okay, again I'll tell, and I want to tell one more thing. So see this, okay, this YouTube thing is there, and I'm there to help you to become a web app developer. But those people who want more mentorship and personal mentorship also is there, because I run my batches also. I am a corporate trainer. I run for different corporates like startups and all those things I have. And beside this, I run boot camps also, and which comes with a job guarantee. Means if you do all the things, it will come. So those things are also there, but I'm just telling. So those things are taken by, and I will just show a bit, and then I will close this call because it's a long time. Okay, so this is the bootcamp, and as I told, it's a 10,000 rupees. I have told it earlier, it's a 1.5 month long bootcamp, and I will give this thing also like that. And so there are right now 2 batches will going on. One is starting this Monday, and that is for working professional or profession from some other working background. So a lot of people have asked me to do that boot camp, because a lot of people work Monday to Saturday. Not IT people, but a lot of other people work Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. and earn only 15,000 rupees. A lot of people have contacted me like that. They earn from 9 to 9 and they earn 15 to 20, 30,000 rupees only. And they are from some other background, not from IT background, from other background. And for them, I generally do one bootcamp, which is at night, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. night bootcamp, and it is through Zoom. It is not through going live anywhere in the YouTube, and all those things are not there. So it is through Zoom. So, and I get the personal attendance because it's a paid thing. So I make sure that you will become you start learning. It comes with the job assistance thing, but it is not like that you will take it and you don't do it and I'll give you a job. No, it is not like that. It will come with a job assistance, not a job guarantee, but you do everything. I will make sure that you will do everything and you will get a job. Means I'll tell a real example. So some person was finding it really difficult to recently joined, and he was finding it. So this is the frank thing, means JavaScript is very tough for people from some other background. JavaScript is very tough, so he was finding JavaScript very tough, but he was doing a high paying job already when he started my course. But the irony was that when the course was just ending, he lost his high paying job because it was totally non-skill job. He lost it. So now he's into full into this, and he wanted to just get a job because he's 40-year-old, where he will get a job, non-skilled job, totally Excel sheet job he used to do. And that was good that he started with this, and now I'm trying to help him, but he's finding JavaScript very tough. So I suggested him to do concentrate on HTML, CSS and become a web developer first, then become web app developer. So this is not for website developer, this is for web app developer. But I will help you. If you find JavaScript tough, I will help you to become a website developer also. At least you can earn 15-20,000 rupees if you find that tough. And that is for non-IT background. IT background, non-IT background also people can do JavaScript. See, if you can understand this thing which I have told right now, basics of this thing, if you have a non-IT background also, it is not that tough. If you understand, means you have to means it is not even maths. People think programming is maths. It is not maths. It is not that tough. If you have full passion to go into it, it is not that tough. Because I know people who are security guards also, they have become web developer in big companies like Zoho and all. Go search it out, that a security guard becoming a web developer in one of the India's biggest company like a Zoho. He used to be a security guard. Security guard is only 10th pass. What he will do? He has become a web app developer. Okay, so that is like that. Okay, yeah, you all means Cactus, you connect with me offline means and this bootcamp I'm starting from this coming Monday. Okay, and another I do a weekend bootcamp also, that will start from 15 January. So yeah, Cactus, you come, whatever, whoever is you, are you Cactus, so you connect with me offline and I can guide you what to do. Means even through my YouTube channel you can become a web app developer. It is not, is there openings for this degree? Opening, it doesn't matter. As I've told, it doesn't matter if a security guard with 10th pass can become a web app developer. Anyone can become. Can I ping you in WhatsApp after session? Yeah, you can ping me in WhatsApp after session. Anyone can ping me and I will guide them what to do the next step, what playlist to follow, and all those things I will guide. Okay, all those things I can guide them. And yeah, front-end development, full-time, beginner to advanced. Yeah, so with this I think all of you are in my WhatsApp, and if you're not there, please join the WhatsApp. And I will end this session here. Hope you liked it, understand something from it, and I will end it here. And see you soon and I will help you in a journey to become a web app developer, not a website developer, web app developer. Whether you do my bootcamp, whether you come to my YouTube, and I will announce something for my YouTube course also, 1 month long bootcamp. So if you are really serious, when you attend all of those classes of my web app, that 1 month long course, I will even give you access to my bootcamp for free. That I will announce later on. Okay, so with this I will end